B-Rush commences.
The brush. Hello, nothing. Hello. Stanislaw has not been detected just yet. The silence USP putting in work. Stanislaw still alive. Stanislaw gets the last kill. All headshots for Liquid. Nobody dying. Nobody. And I think it's fair to say that's nice. Cloud9 with no kills, which means no scouts in this round. Because you would need, if you got a kill, you'd have 1800, assuming you bought Kevlar. 1800-ish. And the scouts is 1700. The flash over the top of mid allows JDM to have a look. See nothing. He'll be finished off by Elish. Nice combination work there. And it is a shooting gallery for JDM. They keep challenging him. So he was baited for Automatic to kill him from below. And now Automatic, one of the last people alive for Skadoodle, is making a gauntlet run towards the B bomb site. He gets around the corner, and he could take... Oh, Stanislaw seems to notice him late. Skadoodle has opportunity. Opportunity lost. Aim punch too much. Deagle taken away. Nothing doing for Cloud9.
And now it's just a save. So, tell us the story, James.
Now it's pure Yoi for Liquid.
Tell us a weird story.
I can't think of weird stories
on the spot
right now.
You need inspiration.
What
inspires you? What about your bucket list of scuba places?
Well, I'm going to Fiji tomorrow to go scuba diving with bull sharks, and if I'm lucky, a tiger shark, or maybe more than one, but probably just one if I am lucky.
It's the same how you say if you're lucky. Like, that's how mad you are. If I'm lucky, I will see a shark that is 5 times the size of a human. Float around right next to me and hope that it's going to be in a good mood and not bite my head off.
Yes. I can't wait. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to go to Fiji. 11-hour flight. You land 2 days after you take off. It's going to be great. What would be great for Liquid, though, is to limit any further damage in this round and still stop a plant from coming in for Cloud9. The bomb is in an exposed position, and they will be exposed to short and connector if they try to rescue this bomb, and that might explain Shroud's positioning. But the CTs are anticipating this. You see Twist, he's in CT spawn, he's got the angles, he's got his protractor out, and the degrees are favorable. They are serviceable, and the kills will rain in for Team Liquid, no pun intended.
So if he doesn't come back, Yanko, you can be my co-commentator in the future.
Yeah.
How about that?
Yeah, I can do play-by-play, it's fine.
Nice. All right, boom. Okay.
Just not right now.
I'm sorted. Right, so we got the big buys for both teams. Cloud9 looking to get themselves onto top mid control. And I'll see them smoke window, perhaps. And then maybe jungle.
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 Pure Yoi and Jungle. Pure Yoi. Shroud, what are you doing, mate? What are you doing, Shroud?
What are you doing?
What are you up to, son? What are you up to? Lining up in this corner is often where you would throw a smoke for the jungle position. Or the connector position. Nothing with a great spray.
What?
Hello.
What just happened? What just happened?
You do not often see kills like that in CSGO. Kills that used to be common in older versions of Counter-Strike, through corners, through boxes.
Oh my god.
Rare now. That is very crazy indeed. Elish backing up into Stewie 2K. Who has the advantage here?
Wow, nothing, just with the full 180 there. And back again, but no health to go back again. 4-0 for Liquid. Pretty nuts. Cloud9 wanted to get a bunch of players through onto the connector position and then move their way into the bomb site. It did seem like Liquid were very well prepared for it. They sort of expected it. Elish, he has an MP9, James. He could have bought something else, but he chose an MP9.
Why not?
This can only mean that he's going to go aggressive. Underpass, perhaps. Let's go. Underpass. Boom. In he goes. In he goes. And there is a self-pop flash. And now he gets sprayed down by AKs, probably. Oh, sorry, Tech9s. But they don't have any helmets, so that's fantastic. Oh, they're in. They're going for it. As they've seen him, and they want to kill him because of that great reward, James. That is the MP9. It's worth it. It's worth the risk.
Numbers game. 5-man on road for Cloud9, and expecting a rotation towards B. They will reposition all the way towards A, it seems, where Twist is playing retake. Twist has got to be careful, even from the range he is at. The numbers game might be a problem for him. We'll see how it goes. The bomb has been left outside B apartments, now being collected. Cloud9 will slowly set up for an execute with what little they have.
So we have Twist on the site. He's the first port of call on defense here for this push. There's only one coming from Palace. The timing is really the important part, though, because Twist might be more occupied with the pit players as he is on the initial defense, as I mentioned. JDM on the angle for pit. Yesterday, James, you said this is a very hard angle. We'll see if JDM is successful. 60% you said. 60% is what you said. We don't actually get to see if he made a shot, if he was blinded or smoked away. But indeed he was smoked away, so not an opportunity to fire off a shot. The Tech9s will pursue. And there with one of the last bullets, automatically will pick up an AWP. And now the round is alive. Just because of that frag especially, is a huge issue. He's picked up an AWP. That's going to be a problem.
He is looking for an ace. High flashbang though will blind him entirely. Takes him off the toll booth. And now there's a potential double peek. Indeed, the trade is there. Automatic though, he's done his job. He's got 4 kills for his team in this round. It is a team effort though. They put him in a position to win. Now Nitro jumping into Sandwich. And nothing will pop out and finish off the job. Cloud9 get their first round on the board. Still with only 3 players who have fragged for Cloud9.
Twist actually had enough money to drop an AWP and still have $4,400 left for his own full buy. But yeah, great 4K there from Automatic, absolutely just going nuts there with the play with the Tech9.
That was maybe a good example of why players who are towards ticket just play super safe when an execute comes in. Because if you're still aggressive and someone just pushes through the smoke and you die, especially in a situation like this where you give up the AWP as well, the favor shifts completely in the favor of, okay, in the
T's.
T side, yeah. It's a favor 2 times.
The T's.
So he should have just probably went back to CT spawn, waited for the smokes to clear, waited for his teammates to get into position, and then just go for the 3v2 retake. But hindsight is a great thing to have.
Yeah. Everyone's a general after the war. So that's one you taught me, Yanko.
It's a game of 2 halves.
Any given Sunday, Dan, you either win or you lose. And it is Sunday today.
Oh, wow, it is. You're
so
right.
That definitely applies.
Oh, wow, yeah, that's true.
Maybe we'll have a Sunday roast in the games to come.
That's a nice kill, though, and a jump over into the position of...
Or a Sunday toast.
Jungle. And with this position as well now, they have a very open A bomb site for themselves, potentially, but somehow Liege actually gets that frag, and the spot onto Stanislaw really makes a difference. That flank could have been the saving grace here for Liquid, but I really fear for their chances in this one, as we have Cloud9 all over the A bomb site now with good positioning. The bomb needs to be planted. Will they make a mistake here? A triple peek, that's fantastic. No way Liege can handle that.
Bomb has been planterized. What will Twist choose to do? He requires support from his teammates. 2 agents out in the field. But the odds are too great. They cannot win this one.
I thought you were going to make a 24 reference then. I thought that's where that was going.
Well, it was a 24 reference, but it was enough. It was enough of one.
Yeah, as
you can see, I didn't need to make it more obvious, Dan, because you got it.
Well, that's only because I know that you've watched 5 seasons of 24 in about 2 weeks. So
Yep.
so everything in your brain must somehow be relating back to 24. Basically, that's how you surely must be functioning at the moment.
Yak Bauer, as producer Patrick says. Get me Yak Bauer on the line.
Kate Warner or Audrey Rains, James?
Or who?
Or Audrey.
Kate Warner, she's got it going on.
What's going on? What do you have going on, James?
Hotness.
Okay.
Hotness.
I wondered what is the response to that question?
Audrey's got the mature hotness going on.
That's fair enough.
But I'm too much of a caveman for Audrey. She couldn't handle me. But Kate Warner, she seems cool.
Fair enough.
4 to
Caveman James.
4-2. JDM with the AWP, and there's not much else going on. That smoke may save him, or it may not. Will that speed things up here for Cloud9? They know where the AWP is. They don't want us to get into position on short too quickly. Stewie flying into the bomb site, but nothing's flying out of the round. Stanislaw, I don't think he's been detected. Stewie's seen him now, but is it too late? There are 3 players remaining. They've all got USPs, although I say that. They pick up some rifles. Stewie needs to be at his best to clutch this round for his team. Liquid don't want to give him 1v1s. They want to force him into the point of no return. The bombs in apartments as well. Lige picking up the AWP, and Liquid starting off with just 1 sniper rifle. We'll take the round by force.
And that's very unfortunate in, you know, like blind calls that you make, like here where they just wanted to fake mid control and have the rest of the team explode towards B apartments. Once they lose that mid player, they lose all, I mean, map control that they have, all information, and because of it, they feel pressure to go B. And the trade kills just weren't there. They couldn't secure the bomb site fast enough.
Looking to just barrel into the B-bomb side in this situation. Again, a handful of utility to be used. Nitro's going close. Oh, they're playing aggressively into this. This could be dangerous. Nitro will indeed get traded, but at least he has the information. The spray down comes in, and they will fall. This is a problem now for Cloud9. Do they commit into this? Looks like there's nothing else but to go for it. They have grenades still, but the rotation's coming. I mean, their expectations here can only be low for Cloud9, but they'll do what they can. Stuck in the apartment, Shroud with the openings, but the health is dramatically low. That said, it's now a 2-on-2.
Skadoodle needs to plot. Oh my god, 3 and 2 HP respectively. Shroud has a Molotov, and he can throw that onto the bomb from the window position. But does he choose to do that? Does he try and support his teammate? Throws the Molotov towards the door area. It's not going to be enough though, and neither will his HP. Both players going down with ease. Liquid 6-2.
Yeah, big plays. I'm actually very surprised how much damage the T's got there, Cloud9 got there. It's a great double entry from Shroud to allow for that, and then the bomb plan as well. So if you consider how the round started, it was a great job really by Cloud9, despite losing it. And they will go for a half buy in this round. Although with a buy like this, it would be so nice just to see. Okay, I was going to say a couple flashes, a couple smokes, which was what I was going to say, because they're running out of spawn there with without those, but we will see them in the end. 1 smoke has been used though on Catwalk. And smokes like that are good just to make sure that there's less info for the CTs basically, because they don't know if there's anything happening behind that smoke. Otherwise, if the smoke's not up, it's like, well, they can look and it's like, oh, well, mid is clear. There's nothing going on there. But now there's a question mark. Is mid clear? Is it not?
Cloud9 with the bomb in B apartments, 2 players moving underneath, and JDM will have to be careful because he may be exposed. Opting to duel Stewie with the pistol, and he makes it work. Very patient and
he's crazy, man.
Accurate play.
He's crazy.
Accurate play there from
It's a
JDM.
madman.
Confident in his skills, and he will show us why he is confident. Nothing is not going to plant the bomb because the Liege comes out of nowhere like Chuck Norris on the Delta Force bicycle, firing missiles all over the place.
Wow. There's frags from JDM, man.
We need a picture of Chuck Norris on the Delta Force motorbike. I'm going to find it. I can't believe you guys haven't seen that. It should be part of like naturalization if you apply, you know, for a US passport. You have to watch Delta Force.
I'm not applying for a US passport though, so.
Thank you for letting us know that.
Well, you said I can't believe you haven't seen it. It should be part of naturalization. So it's like it's kind of a direct lead on from.
There was a semicolon in there.
Oh really?
All right, but I didn't want to say semicolon. I didn't think I needed to make it that obvious by saying.
That means that it relates to the first part of the sentence.
No,
the first sentence. Oh dear. Oh my god. How has this happened? Liquid, this is falling apart completely. Whilst we were talking about Delta Force, Liquids were getting wrecked by the Delta Force. Delta Force mode of Cloud9. Just storming in on the bikes.
Need some work.
I don't know, I tried Janko. I tried. 3-7 if you're Cloud9, 7-3 if you're Liquid, of course, and we'll get Liquid still with a buy though. Double AWP coming in. Let's check out the spawns here of the AWPers respectively. Okay, JDM has a very forward spawn here, so let's see what he goes for. Okay, he spotted Skadoodle there. He's going to go try and do something here with the AWP as he goes up the stairs, but the smoke is there, which blocks his vision. This is a fast play from Cloud9. JDM with 1, denying the connector play. That's a very big one. Now it's not really a split from Cloud9. They just have players coming from both from Palace and the pit position, but the smokes are there. There's 3 CTs in quick response. That's a great flick shot indeed by JDM, and nothing is left with nothing. There's nothing going on at all in this round.
Oh, Dan.
Guys, it's just, I don't
Bloody
mean
hell.
to do it.
Take a breather, then. Take 5. Take
I'm
5.
sorry,
You're
guys.
an even bigger mess than I am. I think Cloud9, obviously you want to try and be one step ahead of your opponents, but Cloud9 really isn't finding any success with these gambly rounds, blind calls. So even though I appreciate the fact that they're trying to be unpredictable and trying to be one step ahead of Liquid, maybe they should actually take a step back and realize what's working for them so far in this half and what's not working. And what has been working is, you know, taking decisive mid control and going towards that A bomb site.
I tweeted a pic of Chuck Norris in Delta Force with on the motorbike that fires missiles, so feel free to check it out. Definitely worth a watch. But it'll be a great plane film. 8-3 in favor of Liquid. Cloud9 seeking an execution onto the A site, and indeed the grenades are being deployed. Stewie very quickly into A before any of the smokes are deployed, looking for a player in shadow, and Twist will shoot him in the back. And the rest of Cloud9 moving in. Elise just keeping control of Connector for the time being. They're waiting for the plant to go down. They're waiting for the smokes to disappear. Twist with an off angle in CT as well. Liquid confident in their retake, very passively indeed. Is Twist ready for this pop flash, however? There's automatic starting to move in, and there's a second CT on the way. JDM with the AWP. Meanwhile, we've got 2 players in Connector, and Nitro with the second AWP on short. So far, so good for the Liquid retake. Thinning out the numbers pretty quickly. Shroud and Palace has a lot of work to do. Double picking with his teammate, and there are some unanswered frags from Cloud9, leaving Nitro alone with the P250. He's thrown his AWP away, and Shroud will retain 3 kills for him from that Palace position, playing it quite well. And grabbing the AWP for Skadoodle.
I was supposed to take 5. I was taking 5, as Janka suggested.
Oh, I was communicating with production.
All right.
You can take 5 again.
Another 5. Oh god, this is great.
Oh, well, you said that like you were still on your 5-minute timeout.
I think I had like a 1 minute remaining there.
Well, feel free, Dan.
Yeah, it's during the eco round. I was being lifted by the Lemon Lift T. That's what it's called, Lemon Lift. Interesting.
Lifted where?
Back to 5.
Back into the action, perhaps. We've got a very easy round here for Cloud9 to clear up.
Maybe you were lifted into an ambulance, like a morbidly obese person. Sometimes you've got to lift them into like an ambulance to move them around because they're too heavy or big.
Oh, is that the reason?
So you've got to lift them, yeah.
Okay.
Some people they've had to like make a hole in the wall to lift them out of the house because they're too big to go through the door.
How do we get to this?
You talked about lifting.
Yeah,
I was like, well, lifting where?
How does it get to
Where
that?
do you lift someone? The only lifts I know of.
Is there someone obese in 24 that needs medical attention? What's going on? That must be how you explain
I haven't seen anybody yet. But no, you said lifted. All I can think of lifting people is into ambulances. Anyway, it is both teams on the bye once again, and Alicia's been taken down immediately by a Skadoodle. Early pick for the T side, who move towards shorts. Perhaps it's a B play from them. The bomb's in mid as well. The only lurker for either site is in apartments, and that's nothing. Nitro caught with a grenade in his hand. Liquid getting wrecked at the moment. Twist could be an important kill, but he just can't do it.
Yeah, it's just down to JDM to get a save going on the AWP, but it might be difficult because there are people all over the place who want to take him down. Steelers AWP, and the best form of defense is a good offense, but it will not work this time for JDM as he does get taken down. And Cloud9 start to claim some rounds here, and they look good to take the last one of the first half as well, as the money sucks for Liquid. I'm curious what the approach is going to be from this buy, because it's quite the variety buy. It's like they've been to the art and crafts fair and they've come back with random items.
With some junk,
With some junk.
in 3 months will be in a bin. with a tinge of regret. A hue of regret.
But some consolation for the experiences had. We have Liquids playing quite passively with these guns actually so far. They've got limited utility now at this point. You'd expect them to try to cause some action. Stewie's really deep here with the orb towards the B apps. Nitro could very well get a steal on the AWP, and that's exactly what will happen. Stewie, I mean, I feel as though that was destined to happen for Stewie. But the thing is, you never know with him if like what he can make work. I think even he doesn't know. He tries to always push the limits. And this is going really well for Cloud9, executing very well into that A-bomb site now as they take all the frags, using their weapon advantage to good effect. Only just now picking up the AWP is Nitro. Didn't think it was safe before, but perhaps you should just take the risk that if you see Stewie there, he's just making the play by himself. But now it's too late. It's the last round. You might as well go for it. They're being a bit too slow here. Just got to get in there. Get in there. What would Yanko do? That's what you got to ask yourself. And the answer is get in there.
When Yanko goes in, Dan, he goes in.
You can't say that. You can't say that. That's Dan's motto.
Yeah. I sincerely apologize.
What's your one, Yanko?
When Dan goes in, he goes in.
What's your one, Yanko?
Mine?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Do you have one?
You put me on the spot there.
Yeah, we'll think about that. I'm sure there is one. There must be one. I'm sure there is.
There definitely
I know
is
there
one.
is. I know. Wait. Well, it's not really applicable here. So.
Well, when a donkey is stuck in the mud.
See, there we go.
Wow.
That's much better. That's the raindrop. See, those are clean DSA keycaps. Yeah, that's gross.
Function keys. That's how they call it.
I think you could use
Function keys, yeah.
Some function keys. Yanko.
It's nice though. The color coordination with function keys is nice because I always put the inverse colors in the middle, right? So just take the number keys off, put the function keys there instead, and let's see if Team Liquid can function on the B bomb site because they've dropped the bomb and they're dropping in players, and now it's Cloud9 players who are also being dropped and losing the lead. Equaling the numbers again. Pistol rounds are quite random, aren't they? People need to find headshots. Who will find the next one? Maybe it'll be the CTs. Maybe it will be the Ts. Nothing coming in from a short position, looking for the headshot, but it will only be able to tag, twist, and Stanislaw. But where are the headshots, man? Pistols are about headshots. Shroud, you need to turn up for your teammate. Nothing is baiting for you, and you need to find some kills. Where the headshots at? There is a kit on the CT players. Nothing will finally finish off Stanislaw, and Twist will waste as much time as possible. He's in a 2 versus 1, but he's playing hide and seek, and he will hide, and Cloud9 will seek a bomb defuse. Pistols.
Yeah, so Cloud9 get to start well, but the thing is maybe the Liquid have a round where they're like, you know what, actually, we have this set piece that we want to run, that we want to execute on this round, or maybe they want to just go for a safe, which it looks like is the case here, and they can get the AKs out next round. Nitro does get Deagle. There's 2 Deagles, in fact, and 3 PT50s. One thing you have to be careful of as well is that you have enough utility with the AKs in the next round. That can be an issue, so we'll see if that's going to be the case for them. In the next rounds, Stewie gets the MP9 out. This is a great round for him to just be like, yep, I'm going to run at people. You like the bully in the playground at the moment. You've got the Kevlar, you've got the armor. So they have the, like in the UK, it'd be like, the bully would be like from a few years above you. So he has like that height and weight advantage. Just bullying you around, running all over the place, stealing your lunch money. And that would be at 9 to 8. So now we get to see the buy. So how many nades will there be? That's the question for me. Because we saw 2 Deagles and 3 PT50s. So this is the problem, like 2 smokes and 2 flashes. So they're incredibly reliant on picks, basically. They have 1 smoke left, James. 1. And 1 flash.
Well, they are far better equipped for picks than the CTs are. But then the CTs, it's the Ts that need to come to the CTs. So the CTs will try to position themselves for the best engagements they can muster, playing the numbers game around connector for the time being, maybe feeling it's inevitable that Liquid will show presence in there. 3 CTs in that position. Liquid taking it slow.
Yeah, they have to play as slow as possible here, I think. They've got to get rid of that utility on the CTs to even the field of play, so they can have a spot where they can get the good engagements, basically.
This is a relatively new smoke we're seeing. The CTs on short, the CT rather, on short, throwing a smoke back into connector to make it more difficult for Liquid or the T side, to move into connector and delaying a connector push, which makes it harder to split, which is to the advantage of the CTs. It means they have more places to defend a bomb site from. As they're not exposed, you can see them again retaining their position in connector. Some high explosives flying in. JDM and Stanislaw tagged at the moment, looking for the CTs, wondering where they are. They'll soon find out.
Yeah, that was an insane HE, so much damage. And this is great. I mean, this round has worked out perfectly for Liquid. Of course, it's a 2v2, so it could have worked out better. But in the way that they played it very slow, they get the engagements when there's no grenades left for Cloud9. And they're able to walk into the bomb site here. They got a big advantage on Shroud, and they should be able to take him down here. That's a good tag, though. I think Shroud actually scored a headshot potentially there at distance. Can't quite find the finishing blows, though, as they dart in and out. But yeah, if you're going to have no grenades, this is, I think, one of the only ways to play it.
I have no idea how Nitro was able to get 2 kills there. He should have never gotten more than 1 with that wild spray, but he was not punished for it, and I think that was the most crucial kill of the round, pretty much.
9-9. Stewie making his way into the shadow position where he'll be quite isolated. So if this is a fast play from Liquid, he could be in trouble. And it's Stewie, you never know how much he's going to get out of the round. And it seems it will be slow. It looks like Liquid will position Stanislaw and Elige before they proceed on A. The bomb's been left around the corner in T-spawn, but there is a push through mid from Automatic, so if Liquid are too slow and that bomb is spotted, they are going to mount a huge offense on A. There will be many players there, and as I say that, the bomb is collected and taken around the corner, so Automatic may make his way towards T-spawn and see nobody's there. How deep does he go? They see the flashbang, so that must be the cue, and now that flank might be important later on. Stewie turning the corner, trying to find out what's going on. Aggressive plays with the flashbang, delaying the push from the T's. He's on fire, but again, the big player is going to be Automatic. He spots JDM, doesn't engage him immediately, but soon after he does. Taken down pretty quickly though, and now it's Twist alone. Spotting one player, doesn't know where the trade fragger is, and he's in connector. That's Skadoodle finishing things off, putting Cloud9 in the lead, 9-10, 10-9.
Yeah, really close scoreline, and the money is just always a problem for both teams. This could be some much-needed relief for Cloud9, though. They will have a few players with no money left, but again, they should be fine in this round, and the money sucks so much for Liquid, they're going to go for a force, actually. Only Nitro with anything left in the bank, he gets the 80k armor. And again, there's no nades with this, 1 smoke, so, oh, okay, so, sorry, 2 smokes. So we'll see what they can accomplish. Moving quickly an underpass. Ooh!
Hello.
Oh, that's a meaty shot there, right through the wooden boards there into the face of Stanislaw. Or sorry, no, not Stanislaw, but I mean that's just such a dirty shot, isn't it? It's very rare that that connects. That I see that connect.
Just like that, Cloud9 are on round 11. 4 players surviving is spectacular stuff for them, especially as Liquid are on the 2K area, which means Cloud9 have a really nice opportunity to secure themselves some more money. You can see Stewie has $0 in the bank, so it's definitely needed for the CT side. And again, opportunity knocks. There's only so much Liquid can expect to invest in this round. I do wonder if we'll see the retake position. I mean, nothing's gone into a very forward position on his own, but he has the UMP, so it won't be an M4 being given up. See if his timing works out for him. Only Stanislaw on ramp, so if nothing goes for the push, that position could pay off later on. He needs to back off now, but he'll be only good for 1 frag. Rest of his team cleaning up very promptly, though. Bomb on the floor as well. Nowhere near Twist. So damage limitation is on point so far for Cloud9, and Twist just waiting for them to come his way. Lots of flashbangs on the CT side, but nothing, Automatic peaking raw, so that'll be some extra damage done to the CT money. And Liquid's money is not great, but they can buy. And they will.
Okay, so I'm just enjoying the kind of the buy sounds. It's all those little, I don't know, like I'm fond of those sounds when, I don't know, like even how to describe them, but the little buy sounds when you buy stuff. Oh my god, it's such a fast play. Straight down middle, straight into connector, and everyone's dead in about 15 seconds. Pretty ridiculous. 2 versus 3. The T's are making their way back up through pit onto the A bomb site. and it's going to be a tough ask. They have a Molotov on Twist. That could be used quite effectively. The smoke is really what they would love, though, in this position. Pretty deep Molotov, trying to clear out the position towards window, which is one important angle. Flash over to try to get the connector players. And they need to get a plant immediately here. And it's very hard to know if there's someone watching CT. How many people are watching from connector? They'll find another player spotted towards jungle. So that starts to eliminate things. Now they're thinking maybe CT. But there's a man in Palace. I feel as though Automatic's play, his flank from Palace, that this could be the play here to save Cloud9. I don't think they'll ever expect this, or it's the last place that they may expect. Let's see how it pans out here for Automatic. Catches one in the back, though. The bomb is making its way towards the B site, and it will make it there safely. A one-on-one now. What an absolutely insane round. And it looks like, well, now the game has been given away. JDM with the plant, but he's got all the time in the world to position.
Automatic just now leaving the A site. JDM positioning in what's actually an off angle, well, a blind spot, rather. You won't see somebody straight away, and this position is not always checked. Once JDM gets to, Automatic gets to the window, oh, JDM won't even see him, but maybe he heard something. Now, opportunities have come and gone for JDM. Automatic has a kit, but surely he's not going to hold a defuse. Some pre-fire. The bomb is planted for the window as well. JDM sees the bomb's not being defused, and he'll play it safe. Automatic's given up on this one, and JDM will get the last frag as well and escape the bomb explosion. So, some extra damage done towards the end, and ultimately well played by JDM.
That blind spot, though. Yeah, that feels really bad, doesn't it? Kind of feels like you're being played for a fool. 12-10, though, Cloud9 with that very important round win. But you can see, again, between these two teams, the money has been a stretch for both sides the entire time. There's never really been a spot where one team's built up a lot of money, to be honest. So we'll have, once again, that smoke down onto the catwalk position. And we'll see whether or not Stanislav can get something out of this aggressive play. Forward smoke on the balcony. And that's really interesting because they don't have to commit, obviously, towards B, but this kind of play suggests that there's more action towards B potentially. A B split could be in the works. Why are they clearing this deep onto the B apartments? And Liquid can always go through connector with their mid control as well towards A, and there is a player towards pit, so that is a good option as well, I would say. But we'll see what they choose. They can always go back through T-spawn. Oh, that's quite the spray there from Stewie. Fragging some good damage, but he does get traded.
1 minute, and Liquid deciding what to do mid-round, it seems. You had players moving away from A and now moving back in that direction and carrying the bomb as well. And you've still got a Liege in the underpass area looking to do some damage later on. Automatic, he's jumped onto the brick, so if Liege makes a play for connector, he's got to know his angles. Nothing is going to jump out of there, so... And again, that's the angle I'm talking about. On the brick sits an off angle. Skadoodle missing the shot there. That's the shot I'm talking about. It's hard to do that consistently. And there's my proof, Yanko. 3 versus 2 Automatic around the connector stairs. This is a horrible spot because you're exposed to so many places at the same time. Shroud asking questions in the shadow position. And Stanislaw is there, and that's where he will lie. That's a great shot onto JDM. Twist repositioning. Does he have time, though? Neither of these players have a kit. They're going to have to go for the engagement. Twist coming around the corner, and that is a lovely pair of headshots from Twist, closing the gap versus Cloud9.
Maybe it's the player, not the shot, James.
It's the shot, mate.
Well, that's a good sample size of 1 there, James.
Yeah.
Sample size 1. James, sample size 1.
I'm telling you, man. Fallen's downstairs. We can ask him later on if we get an opportunity.
All right.
The Brazilians are setting up at their stations.
The worst player to ask to prove your case because he plays that position all the time and just wrecks fools.
He will agree with me because he knows I'm a genius. You know he played. He played Bardolph pistol round at the major, right, on the cash against Fnatic. That happens. Bardolph pistol round. Yeah.
Who did the knife?
Reasonable. Reasonable. Cloud9 have been put on the eco.
Oh man.
They have lost their advantages. They've lost their momentum.
Oh man. What a peak there from Shroud. It's funny you bring up the knife there, Yanko. James told Daze when he was here all of his knife spots. Daze was enthralled by all the knife spots. It's interesting.
Well, of course he's enthralled until he experiences them firsthand. of James trying to knife people the whole time.
It's going to be great.
Playing 4v5. Must be nice.
You mean 5v4, Yanko? Because the knife always delivers. That's why it's got 6,000 kills on it. Shroud's in a 1 versus 2 at the moment. What is going on in this round? Nothing's got himself 2 kills, and that's the end of the round. Never mind. 12 to 12.
What I don't get is your knife has that many kills on it because you just spend so much time knifing people on like surf servers.
I used to.
Like that's where all the stats come from.
Surf deathmatch.
They're so fraudulent. you can't
Flying around.
cite that. As
I used to just knife people on surf deathmatch
So you're one of those
for
guys.
hours.
You're one of those guys, James.
So that's why
Yeah.
he does
Who
it. So
boosts
that
stat track stats.
No. It was a proper deathmatch server. It was just a surf deathmatch server. So instead of being
You
like
do
a
realize that you can't have proper and surf in
Why
the
not?
same sentence as that man.
why not stop judging surfers?
hang on, guys. We'll come back to this. We have the fast push through connector from Team Liquid, just going so quickly but getting denied. Ultimately, even Twist can't get himself the entry frag there. He was supposed to be playing off of distraction, but there was no one left to do that, so he had to just go for it himself, and JDM is going to likely go for a save. Continue.
The pace in this game is pretty insane.
It is absolutely insane, yeah. They're very fast.
The thing is, like, in a game like this, there's a lot more pressure on individuals making correct plays and also plays and also a lot more emphasis on good communication, right? Because things happen so fast, you need to be able to communicate to your teammates what's going on so that they don't get surprised by the pace of your opponents, pretty much. And if you're struggling to do that properly, then maybe you should play just a very, very passive style where you would allow them to get entrance into the bomb site with their fast execute and then play for the retake when things calm down slightly and you have more time to coordinate your movement.
All of a sudden, it's Liquid on the pistols. Wasn't that long ago that Cloud9 were on the eco. But it's Cloud9 with that 1-round lead once again. It's a tight, violent match between these two teams. Now we have the execution of the grenades, of the utility into the A site, and it's different to the normal ones you see. CT has been left open, and there are 2 CTs in CT. Nothing moving to the ninja spot. He's got to be careful, though. He might give up a weapon at close quarters. How many kills can he get? Just the 1. The trades are there. Stewie, though, in a sandwich position with a lovely, quick 3K. But somehow it's a 1-on-1. Elige and Shroud. Shroud with no helmet. Both players with an M4. This is dangerous territory for both teams. I don't know if they've identified where each other are. It doesn't seem like Elige knows where Shroud is. Shroud will assume that Elige is on the site. And again, it's an important duel won by the team with pistols. Liquid tied up.
That was insane. Did you see like the kill tracker on the top right? There was 8 names on there in 1 second. 8 names. 8 people died within like 1 or 2 seconds. That is insane. What on earth is going on in this game? So fast-paced.
Lightning frags.
But look where it's left Cloud9 too. We're in the end of the regulation, and they have no money. They are really screwed for money. They have this decision. Obviously, we see a pause taking place. They have a very important decision to make. They have a spot where if they save once, they can have a buy, but they allow Liquid to 14 rounds. And I think that's obviously the best call possible. I think even saving almost as much as possible here would be great, just to have that really sick full buy in the next round. But they decide to buy here, Yanko. Do you think they should just have saved? Give Liquid 14 and have a really good buy in the next round.
I agree.
I mean, I don't understand this buy personally, but I guess we'll see if they have a plan.
I didn't really follow it up. Maybe someone bought before the call was made, and then maybe they felt forced. Like
they took a timeout, I think. So I don't know if someone bought before the timeout, but yeah,
that's what I wonder. I don't think so, but
yeah,
maybe they just feel like they have an answer for what Liquid is doing, regardless of the buy.
I guess we shall see. I mean, Liquid have been playing very fast generally, which is cool. A team that is not afraid to mix up the tempo and to play hyper aggressive if they need to, or if they are feeling so inclined. And we're in a situation now where there is no utility for Cloud9. They have to make crazy individual plays to win this round. And I'm sure that they know that. Liquid are cycling back around after some mid-presence towards the A site, where they will make their final move.
Some movement from the CTs. They seem to have a read. It's going to be a B play. They've got 3 players headed in that direction. I don't know if Stanislav has been making sounds towards B to give them that impression. Either way, that's where CTs will look to entertain for the most part. Elige waiting for a peek, and now will move in tandem with Stanislav. 20 seconds for Liquid to land this execute. JDM gets tagged, but it's him to walk out and get the kill, knowing that there's no AWP on the CT side. And now it's Shroud and Automatic. That's all that's left for Cloud9. There goes the M4, leaving Automatic with the CZ versus 4. And he won't get a single kill in that situation. So the force buy has well and truly failed for Cloud9, and now they look to play against match point.
And maybe this is the justification. They're thinking, you know what, we're fine to play for overtime if we lose that last round, because that's the only thing that I can think of. Because obviously, if they full save here, then they can have a buy. Okay, well, I guess that's Shroud and Stewie on the UMP in the next round. But next round they'll have a buy, but they won't have a good one. They won't be able to afford North. There's no way. They'll have around $4K, I believe, and less than that for the players that bought the pistols. Oh well, maybe yes, that's fine. Maybe that's fine, guys. Maybe it's all good in the hood of Mirage, because they got 2 kills there with the pistols.
Can they close out the rest of the round, though? That's the question. Those guns are miles away from Cloud9. They cannot exploit the fallen weapons. Will Shroud go for a push, or will he just play this off angle? This off angle is probably good for at least 1 kill. Unfortunately for Shroud, the push is coming in towards the A site. Nobody has pushed A for the CTs. Automatic keeping an eye on ladder room. And other than that, it's Skudura with a USP in CT spawn. So despite those 2 kills, Liquid are now in a good position. It seemed that, Shroud's gone to collect UMP at least. So there was a slight improvement in the situation room of Cloud9. And maybe even if they can't win the round, they can gain some more money with that UMP to have better buys in the next round, as they look likely to be facing match point versus Liquid, who are in a post-plant situation with nobody on the site, nobody to get killed in isolation. JDM holding some angles, and eventually he will be served a pick from Shroud, and he spots the play on the low ground as well. Stewie's got the UMP for a brief second or two, and Skudura, the USP, will be taken down as well. Match point Liquid.
Can they take it over the line? And again, this is what I was saying, you know, they have around $4K here, but no AWP money. So there is that. Obviously getting some kills in the last round really helps them here to get some extra grenades.
That's the problem with the previous force buy that we saw. You know, now this buy is also not optimal. As you said, no AWP, but also lack of utility.
No kit too. That's
they do get, like, that way they get 2 buys. They get an extra buy, but it's not like an optimal buy. If they eco, they would have had 1 really good buy before the end, which in my opinion is always what you'd like, what you'd prefer.
Yeah, and it would have been 14-13 at that point, in which they get to play it out. So it's like, okay, you still have some wiggle room, almost. So I guess we'll see how it does work out for them. That's a good pick. JDM just looking for that straight away. However, doesn't look for that one. Automatic right below him, perhaps thinking that that player in the site would have been the close player. Maybe thinking Automatic would be closer towards Catwalk, but that's a great trade.
Tracers will give your position away, and Elige has a great estimate on where Automatic's head is, and now he doesn't have one. Nothing towards the shop. He's got his teammate behind him, but the Skudura has been taken out on the rotation. So that's looking good for Liquid, and indeed, it will be 16-13. Liquid take it over the line versus Cloud9.